Worried that the British International Motor Show will be full of cars you see every day on the street? Well, don't fret. Whilst all the ordinary stuff is here, it doesn't mean that's all you get to look at. A dedicated supercar paddock means that the XL will be crammed full of exotica as well. Paul Marcel takes a look.
A Mexican supercar? The jokes almost write themselves, but we'll refrain for two reasons. Firstly, because the penultimate prototype version of the Mastretta MXT displayed on the stand looks pretty damn excellent. And secondly, it's on target to cost from just £32,999, and it'll be available in right-hand drive. Goodness knows how it'll actually drive, but it's a welcome addition nonetheless. Although they aren't especially unusual these days, the Koenigsegg CCX and CCXR still have the ability to snap necks like a traffic accident. Clad in beautiful bare carbon fibre and carrying a price tag very nearly comparable to what a Premiership footballer spends on a stag party. This offers between 888 and 1018 brake horsepower and torque enough to tow a battleship. It's a must-see. Starting with a poor, unsuspecting Mercedes C-Class, Brabus' engineers must have been laughing all day when they finally got this transplant to work. With two turbochargers. Yes, it's essentially the AMG 65 engine, but by the time Brabus has finished fiddling with its power, it's up to 720 brake horsepower. Just don't ask about the torque levels, it gives the gearbox heart failure. 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds is impressive, but nothing compared to the 225 miles per hour top speed. Still officially a concept, the Lexus LFA is a super successor, and then some, and it'll be on sale someday. When it does finally arrive, it's going to be magnificent. 500 brake horsepower plus from a 5-litre V10 engine, rear-wheel drive and a fabulously sculptural design form. Top stuff. The Corvette ZR1 is already a legend. It started life as an internet myth, a mysterious supercharged vet with apparently outrageous performance and stamina. It costs $103,300, that's currently £51,750, and yet it'll lap the Nürburgring in 7 minutes 26.4 seconds, crushing the incredible Nissan GT-R. Top speed is 205 miles per hour thanks to the 638 brake horsepower LS9 V8 that nestles proudly beneath a polycarbonate bonnet window. The British International Motor Show sees the wraps come off the GTS 400, the top-of-the-range supercharged model. Alongside the 410 brake horsepower engine, which with only 1,030 kilograms to haul means 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3.7 seconds, the GTS 400 also gets a standard sports interior, launch control, adjustable gas dampers and 20-inch carbon fibre wheels. 94,000 quid is a lot of money for a car barely anyone's heard of, but it could just be worth every penny. Is the Nissan GT-R a supercar? Nissan GT-R. You have no idea quite what this car does to certain of the people working here. With interior graphic interfaces designed by the people behind the Gran Turismo PlayStation game, a bleeding-edge electronic four-wheel drive chassis, and a gearbox that can alter your perception of reality, this is admittedly super in a very different Japanese kind of way. But 473 brake horsepower for 53 grand? We want one. Alfa Romeo's 8C Competizione looks stunning as a coupe. But if you're holidaying in the south of France, it won't do to be seen in anything that isn't sans roof. And given the original run of 500 cars could have been sold several times over, who can blame Alfa for breaking out the scalpel and decapitating its supermodel? The 8C Spider is at least as beautiful as its fixed head brother, but the best news? There's no longer any bodywork between you and the exceptional exhaust note. The Aeromax is completely sold out. In fact, given there's a good chance they'll all disappear into private collections, except Richard Hammond's, which will probably disappear through a hedge, this might be your only chance to see one. It's like a modernist interpretation of antique furniture on wheels. Tally-ho! There's a definite whiff of Aston Martin in the amazing looking all-electric Lightning, and it certainly makes some rather ambitious claims, like having the equivalent of 700 brake horsepower for instance. Who cares when it looks this good though? If nothing else, it at least brings the electric car debate away from the plastic fantastics like the Nice and the Gee Whiz.